Mark. You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
Hello, Jobfather Nation. Welcome to this Friday's Jobfather. We're broaching the month of March already. Just a reminder, NTX Radio is a podcast and radio collective, proudly serving all of North Texas and can be heard all over the world on TuneIn Radio and on the NTX Radio app. And you can find that on Android, Apple CarPlay, or just ask Alexa to play NTX. Check out our lineup and more at ntxradio.com. We want to thank our valued partners for helping us amplify the voices of North Texas. Before we get started, as normal, let's go ahead and bow our head for a quick word of prayer. Father God, thank you again for yet another day to serve the job seeker community. I pray that you would bless our conversations, Lord God. I pray that you would open doors of opportunity for those that are either job transitioning or in the job search. And Lord, we know you're in control. You'll open the right doors with the right timing and help us not to miss anything during that time of testing. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Well, Foster, I'm pretty excited. I think we've got a great lineup today.
Good lineup.
You have a dad joke for us, so here.
I want to start off with opportunities that are available, guys. Well, let's see who's with us. I see my other brother, Jim Williams, over there. I got David Williams with us on the show today. This is good. Good morning, Jim. Mez, hey guys, Mez is back from Jamaica. Mez has been gone for 2 weeks, and we got Mez back, and she's in one piece. All right, Ray Gilliam is with us. I'm loving it. This is cool. Rex Sowett and Jeff Little. Hey guys, chime in, tell us something. Make fun of me and David like you always do in the chat, and.
No.
So, okay, guys, let's talk about. Hey, Dana, I'm going to start with you. Do you have any openings that you would like to tell us about?
I appreciate you asking, Foster. We do have a payment poster level 2 for our revenue cycle management team. Healthcare payment posting experience required. That role is very specific to healthcare anyway. We have that open position. We're currently interviewing. In addition to that, I just want to say that we have practices all throughout the United States, over 123 practices, we're continuing to grow. And we have positions that come in, like I said, all throughout the United States, central U.S. We have a lot of practices on the East Coast and a lot of practices on the West Coast. That being said, please go to beaconoralspecialist.com. That's specialist with an S at the end. It's plural. And go to our career page, and you will see we have a lot of openings in a lot of different locations for insurance verification specialists. We have front office, patient care coordinators, sterilization techs, and surgical assistants. And for the right person, we're willing to train surgical assistants, which is a phenomenal way to kick off a career field. So look forward to hearing from you. And we definitely have a lot of positions open. Also, go check out CarisLifeSciences.com.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. They hire throughout the U.S., but primarily in Texas and Phoenix, Arizona. And they also have a healthcare billing team. They also have a robust marketing department. And then their customer support team is in Phoenix, Arizona. All of their lab operations, Phoenix, Arizona. So if you go to CarisLifeSciences.com, you will see the positions they have posted, and you can reach out to me if there's anything you apply to, and I'd be happy to let the director know that you applied. I have a very good relationship with her, so keep that in mind.
Yep, that's what it's all about is networking. Who knows who?
That's
A lot
right.
of times. Okay, so I'm gonna throw a couple of things at you guys. Hey, Rex, there he is, right there. I knew he was gonna chime in. Jeff Little, oh my
Rex!
goodness, what's going on, Bubba? Hey, so Yolanda Chin, good morning, good morning. We got a whole lot of people listening this morning live. Now, guys, I want you to go and check out search for the number 4, the letter U, inc.com. There is a unique position there for those of you that really enjoy the social media. There is a social media contract there that's really kind of interesting, and go check it out. Again, that is search, and Mez might put it in the chat for us. Search, SEARCH, the number 4 and the letter U, inc.com. And also, guys, a friend of mine moved back to Texas from California from years ago and brought his company back with him, and they need to hire a controller. So if you are a controller, uh, especially if you worked in maybe a venture capital kind of environment, industrial background kind of thing, that type of controller, this opportunity pays pretty well, and I know the person and the company very well. So you guys know me. Let me be the job father and hook it up the right way. And again, my contact information, guys, is Foster, Foster .Williams at sbcglobal.net.
Absolutely.
I love that I love sharing it when we have those kind of opportunities, those networked opportunities, guys. You'll see that on Search for You. That's what
Yeah.
Dana and I got it there for. So
Exactly. And can I say something real quick, Foster, on your
get in
behalf?
there, get in
Yeah,
there.
I'm getting in there.
Get
Well,
in
I
there.
just want to say it is a privilege to work with amazing individuals like Foster, Mez, and Tiffany. We couldn't do this show without Mez and especially Tiffany. Thank you for having us a part of the NTX team.
Mm-hmm.
I want to point out that Foster has the largest, and God has opened these doors for him, the largest job seekers network that connects with numerous networks throughout the United States, and he has global contacts as well. But Foster does this full time versus working in corporate America, and he's helping, people all over the world get into jobs. Now, he has his own positions he's working on. So if you need to find quality people, you need to go to Search for You and let Foster know and hire Foster to help connect you as a hiring leader with great candidates. If you're a candidate, please go and make sure you have everything on profile with Foster. And then don't forget that when you're running a volunteer type thing, there are costs behind the scenes to keep all this going. So don't forget to donate from time to time, because it really supports all the job seekers as they're taking part in the network, right? We just kind of give and we get blessed back, right? So please don't forget to do that. And again, all of that can be done on Foster's website.
Absolutely. Good morning, Sharon Adams. All right, all right. We got a plethora of family with us this morning. Okay, I know you guys are waiting with bated breath. Y'all are waiting with bated breath to hear from Dr. Nancy Wall, but I know you're waiting with double bated breath to hear me tell the dad joke. So I think I got a good one. Dana, we're gonna see what it is that David.
All right, let's
David
see.
is the king. David and Jeff both are the king of lame jokes, but I'm trying to top them. Okay, so what's the difference between the bird flu and the swine flu, Dana?
Crud.
She's
This is
thinking.
really funny.
Oh, you'll never get this one, but it's good.
Okay, go for it. Tell me.
In respective time, one requires tweetment, and the other requires ointment.
That's actually cute, though. Not gonna lie.
Good, isn't it?
It is good. I'm just laughing on Foster. That one's cute. I like that one.
David, I purposely didn't tell you that one last night because I wanted to hit you today with that one.
Well, I'll comment on that later.
Yeah.
David's like, Oh,
we'll
we
take
love
care of
David.
that.
He's funny. He's great.
So, guys,
Oh,
Gerard
Foster,
Vogel is
you're
with us, and
good. That was
Gerard, thanks
hilarious.
for all the job fairs and the activity going on here in the Dallas Fort Worth arena. That is that is tremendous. You know what? Dr. Wall and I are going to be talking about the different things that go on around this network, things that you guys should know. How do we utilize this network? What are some of the things that we do in this network? So, introducing again, we have Dr. Wall as many times as we can get her on the show with us. She is out in Tampa, Florida. So, it's a little bit warmer where she is right now. She might think it's a little
I love
chilly out
it.
there where she
Yeah.
is. But anyway, Dr. Wall is with us. And Dr. Wall, let's talk about this network a little bit. So you're way out there and you attend events that are going on here in Dallas Fort Worth. Why in the world would you do that? What's up with that?
It's all about connection, Foster, and thank you for having me on the show. It's all about building genuine relationships with the right people that you care about,
There you
where it's
go.
a mutually beneficial relationship.
You know, Dr. Wall is one of the leaders at a group in Vienna, Virginia, well, McLean, Virginia, and it's called CNM, Career Network Ministries. You guys that are listening to us should go, Rex, especially you, it's out there kind of close to where
Yeah.
you are. Check them out, Google them up, Career Network Ministries. My good friend Bob Korzanuski is one of the leaders out there. And I see Nancy smiling when I said Bob's name. And it is really, really a unique ministry, guys. If you Google it up and check out their website and everything. Nancy, tell us some some good stuff about CNM. I'm just running my mouth.
CNM, Transition Masters, there are some wonderful programs out there to be able to help job seekers, to go through everything you need to know, the current information. Many job seekers have not looked for jobs in a very long time, and the rules have changed. So there are a lot of pertinent pieces of information you need to know to be effective in the market today in this very tight and challenging market.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
I would say, and Dr. Wall, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say that CNM out in McLean, Virginia, that Virginia is the key. It's close enough to Fairfax, and it serves folks even in Washington D.C. and all around that area, probably pretty strongly within 100-mile radius of where they are down there. But even further than that, guys, there's a lot of programs and people that you will meet and things going on that go on at CNM, just like they do here at South Lake Focus Group. We want to remind everybody that there are a couple of websites to go to, careerdfw.org. Now, that, of course, that's going to have stuff going on in DFW, but there is a sister website called careerusa.org. So if you guys are out
Awesome.
in you guys are out in DC, if you're out in New York, if you know, our founder of that website, Jeff Morris, and I put our websites together about the same time. We're big
Oh, did
buddies.
you?
Oh yeah, we did. We would go out to eat and we'd talk about our websites and all that. Me and
Oh, that's amazing.
Jeff and I had
Uh,
fun back in the
Hey,
day.
Foster.
Yeah, yeah.
I just, and Dana, I just joined Nancy's group last Tuesday,
Ah,
and
Awesome.
I can echo the fact. What is so impressive is all the resources that are available, and just the content. You know, I know I'm going to get a different perspective, and this is going to be great. So,
that's right.
absolutely.
Thanks, David. And just to give you a little more insight, all of you,
Yeah.
we talk about things like your personal career discovery.
Yeah.
What's really going to work for you?
Right.
We talk about your elevator pitch. We talk about putting together a marketing plan. You have to be intentional, and you have to be very purposeful with what you're doing when you're job seeking. So things like your resume and the ATS system, things like your LinkedIn profile, networking, interviewing, salary negotiations, your first 30, 60, 90 days, all of those topics are covered in the CNM program. So definitely check out the site and join one of our teams. They hold you accountable, and share some great tips and insights for you.
And you hit on
Absolutely.
such critical, important things. And a lot of people that haven't been in staffing or talent acquisition, might see things a little differently. Take advantage of these programs that help you prepare so that you can face forward and launch forward in whatever your goals are with your career. But there are certain things that need to be aligned that can set you heads and tails above your competitors.
Yes, and there are many different options. So if you want to take a class during the day, if you want to join a group at night, even on the weekend, the one that David was talking to, we meet on Tuesday nights from 6 to 8 Eastern, and it's an 8-week program. And they also supplement and complement with many different wonderful seminars and workshops and things for you. So check it all out.
Yeah,
That is amazing.
great.
It really is. We got stuff all over. Nancy, let's talk about transition masters for just a second. I'm always talking to you guys about go to transition, not transmission.
Please, please.
Transitionmasters.org.
Masters. Sorry.
I need to go there.
Yeah, who doesn't, right? No, I'm kidding.
But guys, let me say it again. And Gerard Roble is there as well with us each Monday at 5:30 Nancy's time. The reason why I said Nancy's time is because she's out in Florida. She's on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And 4:30 our time here in Dallas-Fort Worth is, thank you. Mez put it in the chat. Transitionmasters.org, guys. Go check out that website. You will understand it's coaches like myself and Nancy and other people all over the place that volunteer their time to help us kind of explain what it is that we do in a way that other people can understand. I hear, especially, I want you executives to hear me when I say this. A lot of us executives think we speak that corporatese, if there's such a word. We are trying to impress people with big words, and we like to sound like we're really all that in a bag of chips. And you know what, guys? You get most people in there and they'll tell me, okay, I just heard your 10-second, 30-second elevator pitch, and I have no earthly idea what it is that you do. So, guys, we have to hone down, and we have to make it simple enough for Foster and David and Rex to understand.
Well, and Foster, I want to say something. Yes. When I was in my job transition in 2023, I did, I wanted to say transition masters. I was a part of it for quite a bit. And I will say I was just incredibly blessed with everybody, and just even me having 20 something years of experience in talent acquisition, interviewing, hiring, all of that, I still learned things. Regardless of what you think you know, I had a wise person tell me once, you don't know what you don't know. And so it never hurts, even if you think you're the greatest interview in the world. I was one of those people that up until that layoff in 2023, if I interviewed for a job, I almost 8 times out of 10 got an offer. And I was seeing something completely different in 2023, right? With the market and coming off COVID, people were laying off. Things have gotten, well, they've gotten better, and they're going through a little bit of, we're going through a little bit of a transition right now. But I couldn't believe, being someone who actually coaches people for interviewing, and I am someone that also I do resumes through Resume Key, but I will be honest with you, I still learn new things, and you don't know what you don't know. And it's great to just broaden your horizons and take advantage of these free resources. I couldn't believe it was free. It was that quality. I learned so much. So
Dana and I have been recruiters forever.
Yeah, and I did it. I went and did Transition Master. So there's no excuse not to. And it's amazing. And it's a community, and you meet a lot of great people.
Go check it out, y'all. Transitionmasters.org.
Can you guys hear me? Hey. Glad to have you. I was just going to piggyback off of what Dana said. Like, I had 10-year stint with one company. When I got laid off in 2019, I still had a cursive resume format. Oh,
It
yeah,
happens
it
because you
does.
hadn't
It
had to
does.
search for 10 years. I mean,
Yes.
things
So
are,
you don't know. Yes. There's so much information out there, and there's a lot of false information. So we are giving everybody here, I want to make that very plain. If anybody solicits you for this type of information, that is a fraud, that is a scam. Do not fall for it. All of these resources are 100%, what do they call it? Free 99 Foster.
free 99 Foster.
Free 99 Foster. There
The
we go.
Foster discount.
Free
A
99.
Slurpee at like Sonic. Anyway, squirrel moment. But Nancy, what else can you tell us about your organization? I feel like we're kind of taking over your time. Like, tell us more about you. Tell us more about your organization and what's going on.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I have a consulting business. I do a lot of career coaching, a lot of helping people with what they're struggling with. And I facilitate and coach for these two organizations, Transition Masters, as well as CNM, Career Network Ministry. And that's all volunteer because I love it. And I just wrote a couple of articles on training a diverse workforce and on a couple of boards and doing some really fun things. But I want to remind everyone about networking because I know that was one of the things we wanted to cover today. And I really want to make sure, like we said before with your job search, it's purposeful and intentional. And so when it comes to networking, people hate it. I know that. People are uncomfortable with it. They don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
But it is a critical part of your job search. It's just a part of your job search. It's not the only thing you should do, but it's a critical part. And so I want you to be very intentional, and I want you to track, and I want you to put together a marketing plan and everything else because it's important. It's effective. If you read the research, they're saying anywhere between 60 and 85% of job seekers today get jobs through networking. And it's not necessarily
That's
your
true.
first connection. It's your second or third connection. And there are many different ways to do it that are effective. So I just wanted to bring that up because I know that was kind of the topic that was on everyone's mind for today's session.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. And Tammy, so how can we support you? Because we're so impressed with all the work you do. How can us listeners, Mez, Foster, and I continue to support you in this incredible work you're doing for numerous different communities professionally?
Please reach out, attend these classes, be part of it. And then once you land your job, go ahead and come back and give back. We're always looking for coaches and facilitators to help as well. And since you've been there, been through it, there are so many people that need our help. And so that is one of the key messages that I want to bring. That's how you can help all of us help each other, help one person
all
every
over the
day.
nation.
Absolutely. Well, Tammy, what you do is so valuable. And I'm just grateful for Foster because he's connected us all together. And I wouldn't know Mez. I wouldn't know you, Tammy. I wouldn't know a large majority of our guests, including like the all-stars like Rex and Gerard and who's our guy at Family Jewish Services, J-Hop. I wouldn't know any of those people if it wasn't for being a part of a network.
Hello.
So you see, when you join a networked community, you meet people, and you never know where those relationships can bless one another. So Tammy, and I'm grateful for what you do. Thank you for being so faithful to serve and be a part of these organizations that you just recently discussed. I mean, the work you do is helping so many people.
Guys, we've got so much technology coming in on us now. It is important. And Rex Sowett and I talk all the time about keeping the human element alive. And Nancy, I want to introduce you to Rex. You have absolutely got to meet Rex. And that'll be the next. I've introduced you to half the world, I think. But here comes Rex.
We love
now.
Rex. Rex had a question.
If you ever have a conversation with Rex, you'll understand why Dana and I endorse him.
Can I read Rex's question?
And yeah.
Sorry.
Go.
Okay, I just want to get this in because it's a good one for. Okay, so with more emphasis to skills-based hiring over the past 2 years, how does this affect the networking strategy?
Networking can be used in so many different ways, but it's not about going out and saying, "Hey, do you have a job for me?" It's about learning and growing your network and your personal relationships. So when it comes to skill-based hiring, you want to utilize your network to be able to learn from them. So seek out people who have those skills that are important for jobs that you're looking for and learn from them. Ask them questions. Ask them to tell you about their work and how they're doing it and what are the best places to go to get information on that skill. Where can you learn? There's so many free courses out there as well. Connect with your network to learn more about the skills that are important for you in the roles that you're going for.
Nancy, tell us a little bit, because we talked about networking, right? So in the vein of networking, how did you find yourself involved in the way you are? How did you get where you're at today, would you say?
Oh, that's a good
Thank
question.
you. I love meeting people. That comes naturally to me.
Oh, she does.
I'm all about learning and growing. I'm a lifelong learner. And so everybody that I meet, every situation I'm in, everyone I come in contact with, I listen. I try to really understand where they're coming from and their perspectives. And so I've grown as an individual and become a better networker just by being able to connect with people and learn from other people and grow my network so that I also can help other people. And so that's been key. I've been introducing a lot of people to a lot of other people that I feel can be helpful to them.
That's awesome.
That's right. All over the nation, guys, the foundations of job search. It don't matter if you're in New York, you could be in LA. Oh my God, you could be in LA. You could be in Seattle. But we share these things that job seekers need to know no matter where you are. If you're on the moon, maybe they operate different. I don't know. But you know what, guys? Go to careerusa.org and check out all of the different groups all over the place that Jeff Morris and I have discovered, and you will find something that's in your backyard probably. Uh-oh, I hear music. You know what that means, Dana? We
Right
will
back.
go to commercial. We'll be back with my barbecue brother.
Hey, travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820. Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now, to learn more. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240-4587.
Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
Jobfather Nation, just a reminder, NTX Radio is proudly serving all of North Texas and can be heard all over the world on the TuneIn Radio Network. And I'm reading it off my little thing here because it's a new one. We're excited. But I already know all the words. So with that being said, please keep in mind you can listen to NTX Radio on podcast or radio, Apple CarPlay, Apple, Android devices, and of course, Alexa. I can't say that out loud because my, you know what, will go off.
Alexa.
Thank you, Foster. And last but not least, we're not only honored to be part of NTX Radio with Tiffany, but NTX Radio is a collective of podcasts and radio shows, and they are basically networking throughout the whole Texas area. So most of these shows can be heard globally. So we're really excited about that. And I just want to say a special thank you and shout out to Tiffany because we're really honored to be here.
Yep. Absolutely. Dana, can I jump in there with something real quick?
I would love for you to.
Okay, it's going to be another dad joke, but
I love it.
Get there, guys, I want you guys to understand you need to contact me. I'll put you in contact with Tiffany Hurd, and she owns the radio station. Now, if you wanted to have your own radio show, if you got some idea or something like that, you might want to consider having your own show. Now, here's what we do. We are a podcast and we're streaming radio.
Yep.
So we stream to other streaming radio channels all over the world. And I do mean the world, guys, because after this show, each time there's somebody from Greece or over in Asia Pac or somewhere, wherever people are awake.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Well,
they reach out today. And real quick before I go to David again, Dana mentioned a company earlier, guys, Caris Life Sciences. Now I want you guys to go to CARIS Life Sciences. Check it out. There may be opportunities there. They are hiring. Dana and I have wonderful connections, especially Dana, because Dana worked there. She was the head recruiter over there for 10 years. Come on now. and so that is CARIS, guys, CARIS Life Sciences. They do a lot of work in oncology, and it's the neatest thing in the world because I'm a nerd and I like science anyway. So I just had to throw that out there.
Yeah.
And thank you, Dr. Wall, for being with us this morning. Again, I'm going to be bugging you probably too. We'll see you 2 or 3 more times this year, probably. Now, I want to introduce David Williams. Now, we got the same last name, and you know why? Because we're brothers. That is my big brother down there, David Williams. And David, I got a question. I know you're a supply chain risk manager and you're looking for a job, but you are a CPA. You have CSCP behind your name.
Good.
And
gracious.
You have CC. What is all of that, David? What's CSCP? I know what CPA is. I've hired a lot of them.
Yeah. Before I answer that, Foster, I'm proud that you admitted that you get your inspiration humor from me.
Well, I didn't. I kind of hang out. David is my barbecue brother. Guys, David and I literally drive all over the state of Texas trying barbecue. If you jump up on social media and you say, I got the best barbecue going up, me and David, we're on our way.
I love that.
We're going to see what it's all about, Dana.
So barbecue bros.
Okay, let's get back to David.
You should do a show, Barbecue Bros, and you go travel and try out barbecue.
Exactly.
Oh,
One last thing, you mentioned Transmission Masters. Their slogan is "Get it in gear."
Oh, that is so good.
Oh God. Dave,
Thank you, Dave.
I need that shirt.
Jeff, you guys have got to help us with that.
Anyway, to answer your question, Foster, I'm very grateful to be on the show today. Thank you for this invitation. The CSCP is Certified Supply Chain Professional. It's credentialed through ASCM, the Association of Supply Chain Management. It used to be APEX. It's a global organization. The CC is certified in cybersecurity,
Oh,
which is administered by ISC2,
oh my God,
a
all these
global
acronyms.
security. So I'm blending it all together.
Yeah, you run in between. You can make the communication between the financial side of some
That's right.
businesses and the business side.
That's
And,
absolutely.
and you know, that's what I'm impressed about David, other than he does know his barbecue, guys. He knows
Yeah,
barbecue as good as me and Hannah, my daughter. And so,
Squirrel.
thank you.
squirrel. Okay. Thanks, Maz. Put me back on track.
I love that. Just random
So,
squirrel out of nowhere.
squirrel.
Squirrel.
Thanks, Maz, because you know me and Dana, we get to talking. It's ridiculous.
Hey, don't pull me
So,
down
Yeah.
in that boat. No, I'm
So,
just
oh, yeah,
kidding.
oh, you're in that. You're the queen of that boat.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, yeah,
David,
yeah.
tell us what you're looking for.
My background, I started out in corporate accounting, and I consciously moved into supply chain consulting when I started interfacing with a procurement group. Really enjoyed that. I kept my certification up. And so for the past, gosh, I'm not going to tell you how many years, I've been
No,
working
don't
with
say that.
predominantly healthcare groups implementing a supply chain software, Infor or Lawson. So it's similar to JD Edwards or Workday.
Uh huh.
And I'm on the functional side, not technical, but we do everything from configuration, project management, training, all that implementation stuff that goes into, say, ABC company helping them go live with a new system, just
Oh,
like,
wow.
like like you would in HR. What I'm looking for is I'm transitioning away from that, but I'm bringing forward those skills that we just talked about: supply chain risk management, um, GRC, which is governance, compliance, and risk.
Oh yeah.
And I have a couple of certificates in supply chain risk management, helping corporations, organizations be more secure with the cyber awareness, as well as training in the training area too. But so and procure to pay, which is everything from the requisition to the payment side. I understand that concept. So everything that goes into that, the internal controls, the awareness, the risk management, moving more into that area, and the financial
Hey,
connection side
hey,
too.
David, where are you located right now? Are you in the DFW area? Or are you in
Yeah,
another part?
I'm in Fort Worth.
Okay. Are you willing to relocate? Or are you trying to look for a
I've
remote
got some,
position?
yeah, remote. I've got some strong ties here in the area, so remote would be ideal. Um, Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're welcome.
David's
Here to
got to
help
stay
you.
here so we can go to the next barbecue place.
Yeah, no doubt. We don't want you to go. But
Uh,
no, that was a good question, Mez. David, so it sounds like you're kind of, are you wanting to get away a little bit, kind of step away from the consulting and get into a full-time role? I is that what I heard?
right. I'm open to both, Dana, because I've got the consulting background, but organizations here locally, we used to call them an inside consultant. You're still a consultant, but you're working in the brick and mortar area with people, helping them with the same concepts, helping them with those concepts that we just discussed. So I'm open to both.
Okay.
The
No,
the
that's
downside to consulting is, of course, the travel and the requirements, but there's a lot of consulting that can be done remote too.
of
Hmm.
course. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and as far as supply chain and logistics, I know that that is one area where companies have been implementing a lot of intelligent software, and they need people that know how to
Mhm.
manage that, because my understanding is real time data is is the way
Yeah,
to go, versus it takes a month to do all the analysis and then get back. What is your
yeah,
thoughts on that? And tell us a little bit how you can help businesses with the real time type data to help make real time
Oh
decisions
yeah.
to help save.
yeah. That's a great question, Dana, because I was at the University of Pennsylvania, or Pennsylvania Healthcare, a year ago in January, and they had just gone live with the new system. And I asked the director, what was your biggest hurdle? And she said the conversion of data, the conversion of, and it's not just data, it's all the elements that go with setting up a system. I think, and I'll just take two quick examples: the vendor file in accounts payable and the item master file in inventory control. The item master holds all your SKUs for your items, your products.
What's an SKU, David? What is that?
I'm sorry?
What's an SKU? What's
It's a stock keeping unit.
Say that again.
Keeping unit. Yeah, it's like a product number, Foster.
Okay.
So it's critical that you have accurate information, that you set up the item master correctly, that you have a configuration, a stated way to do it. Same thing with the vendor file and accounts payable. If someone goes in the vendor file and puts David Williams, and then Foster comes and puts Williams David, and someone comes and puts Williams, David, it complicates not only the vendor file, but it's difficult to report and inquire on it.
Yeah.
So it's keeping a custodial type relationship over that data to where it's consistent as possible going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
David, do you have any experience with SAP?
With SAP?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I do not. It's Infor, Lawson, a little bit of Oracle, NetSuite.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan, like, no offense to everybody that's SAP. I do have experience with it. I just didn't know database analysis and programs like that. So that's great. Oracle is the wave of the future, and Azure, also the cloud and AWS and all that fun stuff. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about Azure.
I've been very
David.
Yeah.
Here comes Rex with one of his questions. He's trying to throw you off your
I'm
seat.
not going to answer Rex's. No.
Oh, that's funny.
So, guys, it says with AI technology so pervasive, most companies don't have human intelligence, HI, to integrate with the new technology. What cultural transformation needs to integrate a new AI initiative in supply chain and all that stuff?
Yeah,
you didn't know you'd be retaking a standardized test, huh? Just kidding.
Right, great question, Rex.
Good question.
And here's my take on it: is you cannot divorce the human side of AI.
Hello.
You cannot. And number two, you cannot divorce the ethical side. Ethical AI being, and I think I've written a post on that in LinkedIn. That means a lot of different things, but it also means you cannot take away the risk management side of AI. So the cultural part of it is keeping the human side, keeping your governance, risk management together as you go through a process of implementing AI, and at the same time, making sure it's ethical, and compliant. But the cultural is the acceptance and how we're going to use it as a business tool, right? It's not a shiny new toy. Mm-mm. It's why are we implementing it and what are we going to use for?
Yeah. I think that was really well said, David. And I agree with you that you cannot separate.
No.
I mean, you cannot separate. And it's important to have that human side in there. And I think a lot of people maybe get nervous about AI and misunderstand that, but if it's used correctly, and you said business decisions.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And, right now AI is pulling off of, I use the term database. It's pulling from data that's not 100% mature yet.
Exactly.
We're working toward that.
Ooh, I'm glad
so
a
part of the culture would be the review of the output, right?
Yeah,
not
Right.
not just accepting it. Anyway,
exactly.
That's
good
right. That's a good
question.
point, David, because that's a conversation that you and I have had before when we're talking about keeping the human element involved in this stuff. Because,
Yeah,
guys, you got to realize don't be afraid of AI. I love AI, but understand that it's not fully mature yet. And what I mean is,
uh,
there are many things about your capability. We're talking to job seekers. There are a lot of things about your capabilities for a job that you have not posted on open on the internet yet, and AI is only going to know what you have put out on the World Wide Web about yourself. It
Yeah,
doesn't know
exactly.
what the conversations that me and David are having about barbecue at the house. It's not going to be able to tell you that kind of stuff.
yeah. Well, it's like
Uh,
anything, if and and I know Dave will agree, but if you're going to your analysis comes from the data, and your analysis is only good as the data, and the data is
Yep.
only as good as cleaned up and validated as it is, right?
Yep.
yeah,
So that's
exactly.
basically what you're saying is there's a lot of value, and it can pull a lot of great data, but not everything's accurate, so it needs the human touch. We cannot just
Yeah,
strictly rely on that, but if we
and
can
a
learn
bit,
how to
yeah,
use it to make better decisions and move faster, and we'll be able to run our companies better, and that's the value that Dave brings you.
exactly. And one other point on the human side is the communications of all of this.
Mm,
So David is an analyst, and he gets a report. And do I start drawing conclusions off of that before I collaborate with other people in the organization to acknowledge it, maybe even sign off on it?
yeah,
So it's going to be a huge collaborative initiative, and it should be
It should
just
be.
like anything else, right?
hmm
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We have to come together and communicate way beyond the technology. Can you believe I said that? Oh my goodness. So
Woo!
much reliance we have on the technology.
Yeah,
But we do have to collaborate. We have to communicate with each other, guys, to get points across that are not going to be touched by the technology a lot of times. I'm not
that's
putting
true.
technology down, but
yeah,
technology is a wonderful tool to
Mm,
use to get us to the point to what we're talking about right now.
yeah, the
yeah,
tool is the part of it. It's a
Tool.
wonderful tool.
yeah. Um, how much more time do we have?
Oh, we got
You,
about 10 minutes, so we'd love
yeah.
to
Oh,
hear
okay,
more
good.
of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, tell
okay,
us all
good.
about it.
Right, yeah, I'll be glad. I just want to say, interject this before we go any further. I've been very fortunate in my career, the places that I've worked,
Hmm.
opportunities. But the one thing I'm most proud of is the volunteer work I've done with other people, like
Okay.
Foster and Rex and Jeff, and helping people, job seekers. I volunteered for Career Solutions for quite some time. I volunteered for a Zoom group, Go for Go, right before
Yeah,
COVID. And I continue to do that when I can. And that is where, just like Nancy reiterated, that's where it's at.
It is where it's at. You know, one thing that I like, guys, you might want to, you will meet David. He is very involved in the network for many, many years. And many years as Dana has been, believe it or not. And, uh, and David knows a little bit about where the good barbecue is, so that you'd be surprised how important that is. But
yes.
but I am so glad that David and Dr. Wall got together, and now
Yeah.
they know each other. So
Yes.
David's spirit to help is mimicked right there. I'm not saying that Dr. Wall's copying off of David's paper. David needs a copy off Dr. Wall's paper, to be honest with you. But
Yeah.
but guys, this is what this network is all about. This is what me and Nancy were talking about at the beginning of the show. We have to share all over the United States, all over the world. Believe it or not, we've got people that collaborate. Oh, there's David's word, collaborate. Don't ask me how to spell it. From all over the world. We've got people in Germany right now listening to us. Matthew, I know you were with us last week, and there's probably a contingent of people that are with you right now over in Bonn, Germany. And
Wow.
we appreciate you guys joining us. But this is what it's all about. If you're in France, you can learn something from collaborating with the people in the United States. Guys, job search is
Absolutely.
job search. People are involved. We keep that human element going that me and David are talking about right now. You will make the connection. We do not hire people.
Yeah.
We hiring managers. We don't hire those people. We don't connect with it. We don't
Correct.
have an understanding with some kind of way, form,
So
or
true.
fashion.
Yeah.
I have a question. My hand's raised.
Go, Maz.
David, do you have any target companies that you're looking into?
I do. I have. I'm also a proud member of another group that has a group of targeted companies across in the DFW. Probably about 5 or 6 of them are healthcare. JPS is close to me. Harris, Baylor, Scott and White. Since I have a healthcare background, but I'm also certainly open to defense industry. I work.
Yeah.
Reached out to
Raytheon, we got
Textron. Yeah,
Grumman.
Lockheed.
We got options for you, love.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
Lockheed and all those people around.
We got a lot.
David,
So, yes.
David spent time at Cook's Children's, guys. I want to bring that up. And well, that you've been in healthcare, and what was that, David? I can't remember. What was the name of that other company you used to drive way over to Dallas a few years ago?
Texas, excuse me, Texas Scottish Rite Hospital.
Scottish, right? That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Dallas.
that was a really good experience
Love
was.
Scottish
with
Rite.
that group,
Love
and I
them.
really loved it. But you talk about all these companies, they have one thing in common, right? They have a supply chain, they have accounting, and they should be doing cyber security awareness, and they should be doing risk management initiatives. I don't care if it's a small company or a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have all that in common.
Very
And
much so.
so
So the risk management sounds like something that you're very passionate about within the vein
I
of
am. I really
logistics and
yes.
supply chain. Yeah.
Yes.
So, and what drew you to that? Like,
There's a good question. Of course, it's Rex. There's a good question that's posed to all of us, but I want to go to Dr. Wall. Initially, with Dr. Wall, with this question is, why is Generation Z having such a hard time in their job search? What's your opinion on that, Dr. Wall?
To be honest, everyone over the past year or two is having more difficulty, a hard time in their job search. And there are a number of reasons, but based on your age, it really shouldn't matter. It should matter what value you're bringing to the company and what job it is. But people are getting antsy. People are just expecting that they're going to get the job because that's the way it worked for them before. Like we had talked about earlier, that's not the way it is now. You really have to prove yourself and show why you are the best candidate for that role. So it isn't only Gen Zers. It isn't only, older people. It isn't
the millennials. It's not just, it's not one group because the market's about to get.
Gen everyone.
Expectations. They're coming in with expectations. I expect to make this much money. I expect this flexibility. I expect this much vacation, paid time off. And that's not the case anymore. It's a very competitive, tight job market.
It is.
And so you just have to be open to what the value is that you bring. But more important is what is the need that's out there. And so you have to be very, very clear on what the need is. And you have to find a way that you specifically can fill that need and make their lives easier and solve their problems.
Well said. Well said. Well, and it's all a matter of supply. This comes down to the general economic principle of supply and demand. When there are a lot of jobs and not as many people to fill the jobs, like reverse 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Oh my God.
Then the job seeker has more ground to demand more. When there are way more people available than there are jobs, then the people have to be a little bit more flexible. So just kind of recapping what was just said to help the job seeker understand that there is probably going to be some flexibility required.
And to Mez's point that she wrote in here, you need connections. We talked about that at the beginning, genuine connections with people.
Yeah.
And nowadays people just kind of think that going to a networking event and throwing your business card around is going to do it. Or just calling somebody and saying, hey, do you have a job for me? But it's not about that. It's making genuine connections and having relationships, building relationships so that you're identified as a person who can really bring value.
You know, that makes me, now this is crazy, but it made me shudder a little bit when you guys talked about going around the networking groups with business cards. And we had a conversation yesterday. I had a conversation yesterday with the guys like, Foster, business cards are old school, aren't they?
Are
And
they?
I'm like,
Hell no.
yeah,
Hell no.
Oh, yeah, I was
yeah,
asking Foster that yesterday.
we got all of it. Was
Yeah.
that you that was asking me that?
I
Okay.
love me a business card.
Me
Because
too.
we've got these, we're used to that, but guys, we've got these QR codes and things now that we share, and
Yeah.
they'll get you there quickly. So it's something to think about, because as we go, we Gen X and baby boomers are used to business cards, but you know what? Things
Yeah,
are
I would say
changing.
just have
Something to
both.
think
I would
about
have
as you
my
go.
Exactly.
Scanny available if I go to a networking event, and I would bring some business cards.
Dana, tell me if I'm wrong.
Uh-huh.
Seriously, Dana, like put it on the business card.
Yeah, put it on the
Here's
business.
the music.
Oh, guys, there's
Yes.
music.
Oh,
We're gonna have to talk about it.
Love
on
you guys.
Friday.
Bye, everybody.
Yes, next Friday. Thank you, David.
my
Thank
contact
you.
information
Yes,
is in the chat. Thank you.
yes.
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is an author-friendly publisher who understands